You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Now, where did we leave off? Yes. Following Neros' lead, the party swiftly and relatively stealthily took down two of the scouts without the third noticing. Just as the last was about to notice the party's attack, they ambushed him as well. Editor's note. I have no idea what they were talking about when the recording starts, so I'm as confused as you are.
What if she... Wait,
what happens if I get my feet wet?
What if she cuts her feet on her glass slippers?
Yeah, what if the shoes break?
Yeah, does blood count?
I'm just going to say, how I made the glass slippers, all right,
You made
isn't
them?
exactly...
You're my fairy godmother?
And now I've just got a picture of Einar wearing a fairy costume.
Can we get Einar singing Bippity Boppity Boo?
Isn't this just like the Tooth Fairy with the rock?
I can't remember the words.
Alakazoola zippity dooda bippity boppity boo.
Alakazoo, the bippity dippity doo, the bippity boppity boo.
That
So
was
you did
beautiful.
say pimp in there, and she did pimp a ride.
Oh no! That's not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I'm
saw my
Cinderella,
life
and
flash
this
before
is
my
Pimp
eyes.
My Ride.
So we're gonna take this pumpkin,
We're going
right?
to take this pumpkin here, you see.
We're gonna give it.
Increase
We're
the
going to
size.
pimp it out for you.
We're gonna upgrade your two mouse
Wait,
we're
power
talking
into
all
horsepower.
I'm
the
confused.
after village parts.
Which one of the four of us is the princess?
Well, I'm exhibit right now.
Is it Alward?
He's Exhibit A.
I think Zephyr's a princess.
That makes sense.
No,
Spiritually
all right, your
and
parents got
metaphorically.
murdered, so that makes sense.
Exhibit
No,
is
that just makes me a Disney.
the host of Pimp My
Princess.
Rider.
Princess.
Exactly.
Zephyr
know-
can't be a Disney princess because of the SAG-AFTRA strike. Let us know when you're starting the recording, Jacob.
Oh, I've been recording.
Oh,
okay.
beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what I've been recording, but I'm going to use it.
That's a dangerous territory.
I need to memorize that.
The new rules of the game.
So it's
no.
Salagadula Menchikabula.
Bippity boppity boo.
Salagadula, Menchika,
Salagadula.
Salagadula.
You know what? Download the full song. Send it to you. Your goal by next session is to memorize it so we could sing it.
It's
Oh my
also
goodness.
bibbity, not bippity.
Salagadula
No
Menchikabula.
plosives.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
I feel like it needs to be bibbidi bobbidi boola.
Why is all the furniture floating? What did you guys do?
Later on, she also clarifies that Salagadula means Menchikabularoo. But the thingamabob that does the job is bibbidi bobbidi boo.
So she translates some of that for us into another language.
Yeah, so she starts off by saying Salagadula Menchikabula.
So she's speaking ancient Thessalonian, but then she translates it to Aslanti, and then just gives us another word.
And it just gives us the actual word.
So is Bibbity Boppity Boo just Alakazam?
So
Like the Pokemon?
Or is better question, is Bibbity Boppity Boo Fae? Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Fairy godmother.
So it's a Fae who can knows ancient Thessalonian and Aslanti.
Cornelius?
Cornelius is
Fairy
Val's fairy
godmother is
godmother. That's for sure.
now I'm imagining Cornelius in a fairy costume.
That's horrifying.
Odd.
Hey, I give you 3 wishes.
I think
Deadbeat Dorito.
Deadbeat Dorito.
Derpy.
a deadbeat.
What's a deadbeat Dorito?
Did you guys know Doritos are
Apparently
flammable?
Cornelius.
Don't try this at home.
That's slightly
please do.
I will
concerning,
do it for you.
considering I eat Doritos.
It's because they're corn flour and they have powder.
I mean, as long as you don't swallow fire.
Don't tell me what to
You
eat.
never know what I do in my spare time.
Well, you're a podcaster, so I guess a carny would be...
What?
What?
Yeah,
the
that's
next
the
step up.
obvious
Podcaster,
train of
carny,
events there.
you know.
Carney.
I like how carny is a above podcast.
What's this? Your podcaster is evolving.
As someone who's afraid of clowns, no.
You just go to a clownless carnival.
There were clowns in Springfield yesterday.
Why?
For the farmers market in historic downtown.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
You can't have a farmer's market without a couple
Yes,
of
you
clowns.
can.
Bring in
But
the
also
clowns.
they had bunnies, and I got to hold one and pet one for $1, and it was great.
Were they
I want to
dressed up as
and pet a
clowns?
bunny.
Okay, what
No.
is the scale of bunny to clown that will allow you to be near a clown?
They were really cute bunnies.
I can't be near clowns.
Okay.
What if I said that the clowns were on the other side?
That's even more.
I would
like,
hold
ominous.
someone in front of me like a shield.
No, like
Take the bunny.
I have no interest in bunnies, so I will shield you.
Put it in your hat. I don't care. Wait, no, that's magicians.
Quick, deploy the human
And then-
shield.
That's the next
to pet
level up
bunny.
from
That's
the
the next
carny.
level.
And then I would
Podcast
require
carny
literally a
magician.
circle of people around me to block me on all sides from a clown.
A human shield for bunny pets.
Yes.
real fast.
It's like a sphere of protection.
Is this a Digimon evolution or is this a Pokemon evolution?
That
I
is
thought this was Darwinian evolution.
Oh, okay.
Sven's dying. Hang on.
We have referenced
I was
Pokemon
fine until
so
that.
much, and we're not supposed to be talking about games.
I didn't know Darwinian evolution was a game.
yes.
Surprise.
It's the game of life.
Oh.
Wow.
You move your mice. You
move your mice.
roll the dice. You move your mice. Nobody gets hurt.
Mousetrap?
What?
Evolve the mice, roll the dice. Nobody has to get hurt.
Isn't that Mousetrap?
I mean, you could be mice.
Can I
I'd
be
prefer
men?
to be a little top hat, but you know.
Can I replace a couple letters in that word?
Let me buy a vowel. What?
Why is this Wheel of Fortune?
I'm so lost about where we're at right
Here's an
now.
eye, and there's also an eye here.
I would like.
All right, without going over, how much is petite?
That's the price is right.
The conversational whiplash here.
What is going on?
Also, one.
We lost the plot.
Was there ever a plot?
I mean, we were talking about buddies and bippity boppity boo.
I think
I'll
the plot
take
is
clowns
that
for 200.
I'm pretty sure the plot's the fact that we just beat up 3 dudes on the side of the road.
Speaking of plotting, you all successfully plotted against these 3
Homeless.
barbarians who were on patrol. Neros, you had successfully charmed one of them, and all 3 of them went down without too much of a fight, and now you have the unconscious bodies of these 3 warriors.
Can I just cut in here? There was nothing plotting about that. That was all off the cuff. We
It
all
was
just.
fabulous.
I mean, I think Abby was the closest one to having a plan.
Nero's had an idea, and
And
we
we
said,
ran with
let's
it."
go.
There was no plotting.
Literally Val ran with it.
What are we going to do with these guys?
Oh, we dragged them away, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we
yeah,
did.
we did.
Yep, we already took care of
We
this.
took care of
Yeah,
them.
we dragged them
We
into
tied
the
them up
bush.
and put them in the bushes. Or is that dangerous? Would they die?
What?
Just put
How
them
would
in the
they wouldn't
bushes.
We're in magical forest, kind of.
Their life is
Well,
now
we'll-
in their hands.
We can do something when we get back.
What
on
if
our
we
way.
die?
They are also scouts, so if they don't return, somebody will come out to go look for them. 'cause
I
that's
wouldn't
kinda
worry
how that
about
works.
it, Alward.
Oh, okay.
They'll be fine.
Odds are they're going to be safer than we are.
Right, which brings us to the next thing. We haven't really discussed how we're doing. And then he gestures to the camp off in the distance. That.
Honestly, I don't have any ideas. Nero's?
Look, I had an idea for those guys. I don't have an idea for the entire camp. But I do have to say, well done, everybody.
That was.
I didn't do much. You guys.
No, applaud to you.
Good
You made it
job.
all possible.
When you throw us into a position of actually having to do something, it seems that we're somewhat capable.
Did you. Did you happen to get their name?
No. I was schmoozing.
Right. Maybe we could say that the scouts told us to come here if we're interested in helping out, and then that'll get us an in.
I mean, we could just go talk to them like we have done in the past.
Okay.
I second that.
Has that always worked out for you?
Shockingly, yes.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Now occasionally you get someone like Saito who will, we talk for a bit and then he says, "We're done talking and we're gonna fight," and then we fight him.
Then I release my bugs on him.
He does do that sometimes.
Oh, I forgot you've never seen my bugs.
So, right, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, say, I'm sure if the big boss is there, we could get an audience with him and speak to him about things.
Well, don't forget that this big boss seems to think that might is right.
Well, there's a good chance we'll have to fight him. But
In a camp surrounded by 30 plus people who want us dead.
On the bright side, it might be easy to, do like a one-on-one.
right, yeah, that's not too hard. Yeah, kind of like we did with Yulva. The trolls didn't butt in, and we got to just fight her for a bit, and then she surrendered. So maybe we can just fight. I could fight him, and then he could surrender, and then everyone could surrender, and then we could just talk.
In all fairness, we also had Cornelius for collateral in that situation.
Oh, that's true. I hope we wouldn't need collateral in here, but
And what if he requires you to kill him?
there are times I know when that is necessary. If it's a moment like that, talking, he needs to fight, and he gives up his right to surrender, but still wants to do harm, then I would have to kill him.
And are you going to be alright with that?
I'll have to be.
Because I can't help you on this one.
You could do the fighting. You're.
I promised Ilva I wouldn't kill him.
Oh, right.
You could just knock him unconscious like we did those other guys.
I could.
Best case scenario, if we have to fight, is I can just knock him out. The others will let us take him, and we can take him back to civilization and get him arrested, and he can go to jail.
I hope your assumptions that, one, his men will allow you to take him, and two, a corrupt system will keep him in jail, is true.
He didn't do anything to go that's worth going to jail that we know
Well,
of.
he's leading the bands that are raiding this town.
What jail would he go to?
I don't know.
Maybe that town.
Well, I'm willing to take a leap of faith here and trust that the gods will make things clear for us.
I don't have any ideas. This is yours.
Well, I'm not usually the idea guy, but I think we should go in, try to talk to them, and if things go south, we fight our way out.
That's if they let us in.
I mean,
It's true.
fight our way in, and then talk.
Sometimes that works out. I think we can just go and see how things go. Yeah?
I don't have another plan, so
If we're going to do it, we better do it soon while we still have light.
Well, let's go then.
As you are drawing closer to the camp, you see that it seems to have 3 entrances. There's haphazardly constructed like wooden palisades, and there's an entrance on the south side of the camp, and then an entrance on the northeast and the northwest side of the camp. The south side has like a watchtower built next to the entrance, but you don't see any other towers. Which side would you like to approach from?
Which side did we come from?
You're coming from the east of the camp, so the most straightforward entrance would be the northeast.
I think we'll just go to the one closest to us then, the northeast.
All right. As you draw closer, the camp is sort of built on a more level portion of the side of the valley, which now is sloping downward off into like the low part of the valley off to your left and upward as it's leaving the valley on your right. The lighting is just beginning to shift from like the golden hours of the evening into the grays of dusk as you're approaching the front gate. However, since all of you have dark vision, that's not going to impact you too much, except for Einar. Einar's like starting to struggle to see.
Dim light, come on.
It is still dim light, but you are able to see that there appear to be 2 guards, one standing on either side of the wide, it's like 30 feet wide gap in the palisade that serves as an entrance.
I guess I'll wave down the guards while we're heading to them.
And let's see, you get about 50 feet out from the gate before they actually even notice you. And the one on the left looks up, and he's wearing like a leather suit of armor with just like patches dyed crimson, and it very much looks like a hand-me-down soldier's uniform. And he just like steps up and half draws a short sword off his belt, and he's just like, "What are you doing here?" And for any of you who do not speak Taldane, he is speaking Taldane.
I'm 80% sure I speak Taldane.
Yes, because this is the language they speak in Cheliax.
Ah.
I do not speak that.
Nope.
I do speak Taldan.
Okay, so we've got Alward, Val. Did Einar speak Taldane?
Yeah.
Okay, so Neros and Zephyr don't speak Taldane. So you do not know what he says as he steps up and asks, "What do you want?"
Oh, we're here to speak with Brengyr.
And you are?
She takes a second and to like look and lean over to Alward. So like, is there like a thing that I need to be saying we're from? Like, I'm Val with so and so or with such and such.
No, I tried mentioning that before we went down here, but we just decided to come down here.
Okay, so it's not like I'm Val of such and such. It's just I'm Val.
Oh, are you asking like societal politeness?
Well, yeah, I guess. Like, we're like, are we representing anyone?
No.
Okay, I'm Val. These are my compatriots.
He kind of looks over his shoulder and like whispers something to someone on the other side of the palisade right behind him. And then he turns back and is like, "Brengyr's not seeing visitors. Take your parade elsewhere."
He whispers to Val and Alward, "You think it'd help if we say that we're here for more work?"
Maybe. I don't...
What was her name again? I keep forgetting.
Ylva?
Yeah.
We don't want to bring her into this.
We don't?
No!
I was going to say
Well, we
Ylva's-
could say that Ylva sent us, and that's fine.
That would be uncharacteristic to say that Ylva sent
That's
us.
true, yeah.
No, but I could mention Ylva.
Well, she already said that they would be suspicious because they know what she should be
Yeah.
doing.
That's fair.
I don't think bringing Ylva up would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't do that.
Also for her sake too. I feel like
Yeah.
we're good friends with her now. We don't need to be
Yeah.
throwing her under the bus.
Meh. Friends. I don't know the good friends. I feel
Acquaintances.
like that's a stretch. Acquaintances.
Okay, so I have an idea. Jordy,
Yes.
how influential is the Infernal Mining Company in this group?
Make a society check.
Oh, gosh darn it. I should have known.
Every time.
With my Master of Society, that is a 29.
With the 29, first thing I'll give you is a direct answer to your question. You would know that the Infernal Mining Company would have little to no sway over these people. But you know that because after you've had a chance to observe their speaking patterns, their outfit, the way they carry themselves, you realize you actually know who these people are.
I don't like that.
Oh boy.
They are members of an expatriated mercenary guild called the Hellhounds.
Oh boy, they sound nice.
So they are mercenaries from Cheliax that they really just take whatever job will give them money, to the point where even Cheliax is just like, you guys don't really care about the ideals of Cheliax, so they just are wandering further and further afield looking for whoever will give them money. With that success, you also know that their general level is between level 4 to level 5.
So this camp isn't necessarily being bankrolled by what I would presume to be that. They're just being... To them, it's just we're getting money for doing this.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be like, offer them some coin to, like, get us in. Bribe them.
Ooh, boy.
I don't have a lot of money on
So
me.
how
I don't
Are you
think-
guys saying this in
Lark?
common?
Yeah,
Like-
I'll be whispering this in Skull, which is what you know.
So I kind of just reach up and be like, if you guys are short for cash, just You can say we will give you some money to invest in some more, and I can give you some.
I think I have plenty of money.
I have some money.
Is that a normal thing to do to people? Just bribe them with money?
And then I was just gonna be like, would some extra coin allow an audience with Brengyr?
The guy kind of looks at the other one, looks back at you. You're bringing coin for Brengyr.
Oh no, I'm bringing coin for you to get us an audience with Brengyr.
Make a diplomacy check.
Ooh.
I'm really good at diplomacy.
Can you aid me?
No.
Monster.
I mean, I guess.
That'd be a 24 with no additional bonuses.
Sam, if you want to aid, I would say that it would make sense because you've sort of set the stage as being, we're here to talk.
It's a natural 1. I didn't want to aid.
The one time you rolled really bad.
Sam's assistant gives a -1 penalty as Val just has a look on her face of like, are we bribing? I don't know. However, the guy kind of like shrugs and is like, let's see the coin.
How much coin outward?
Just start off small with like 10 or like a 2 gold.
Okay. She just stares at her bag for a minute. Like this. And she just pulls out 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And she just holds forward the gold in her hand.
Come on a little closer, one at a time.
Oh, okay. And she gets off her horse and starts going closer with the money.
I'll follow.
As you get close, he's like, wait, one at a time. One at a time. And when Val gets within range, he holds out his hand,
Oh, there you go.
takes the coin, checks it. Yeah. I think that should serve as an entry fee.
Oh, that's great. I didn't realize it was that kind of a place.
And it was the two of you that wanted to speak with Brengyr, right?
All of us, if possible.
He's looking at your group.
I wink.
Einar just walks up to him, and I'm guessing he's quite a bit taller.
This guy's like 5'4". He's a short dude.
Oh yeah, he just towers over him, reaches into his pocket, and takes out 1 gold, drops it in this guy's hand. All of us, if you please.
Oh, it's like a per person fee.
I have to say, you are very persuasive.
Seeing that, Zephyr is just going to walk up and kind of nod up to him. He's still shorter. And pull out 2 gold and hand him 2 gold.
Neros, don't give them any more money. If they know we have money, that's all they're going to be doing for us all day is demanding more money.
Okay.
I don't know why these people kept giving them more money.
Well, I mean, I would assume, because I was counting how much we gave him. That's 6 total, right?
So much gold.
Are we all getting off our horses for this?
Einar did get off his horse to give him the gold, and then he walked he walked his horse with him too, I should say.
Wait, there's only 5 of us, so I only gave him 1 gold.
Okay.
Einar just did that so he'd convince him to stop looking.
I know,
You don't
but
have to give him
Zephyr
gold.
doesn't really know what's going on. He just sees people giving him gold.
Where's Brengyr at? Or are you going to walk us there? Or how does this work?
He should be easy to find. He's usually in the large tent in the center of camp, working over his war table.
Okay. Is there somewhere we can leave our horses?
Oh, sure. On the south side of camp, we've got a bit of a stable set up.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I would suggest walking your horses around, of course. Just tell them Draven sent you if they haven't run into any problems.
Oh, just around the camp.
Yeah, just around the camp. That way you're not leading horses right through the center of camp.
Oh.
I'm sure you understand. We try to keep things civilized here.
Should I go talk to you guys move the horses around?
I feel like we should all
Okay.
bring the
Just
horses
all
all
around.
go
All right.
together, Val.
Okay. All right.
Don't know why you're so eager to separate.
I'm not. I'm just. We just entered through here, so what if there's an entry fee per gate?
Just walk. Just walking away while Val's talking about
I
this.
don't know that there's an entry fee.
There
I
wasn't. We
think they just
greasing
swindled
the
us.
wheels.
We swindled them.
No, they swindled us.
Oh.
They were gonna
Out
let
of
us in
money.
after the 4 gold, and then for some reason Zephyr gave him more.
And his name was Drave.
All right, well,
Yes.
you guys weren't telling me what was going on. I thought
Right, I'm sorry.
we were just giving him gold.
I forget you don't speak Halden.
Most of us don't.
Please
It's a
fill us
comment
in.
of the area.
Oh, we're just gonna park our horses
It's
at
more
the
common
stables.
of, well, not this area.
You know, I never really had this problem. Usually I just kill people. I didn't really care what they spoke.
So when we get to the south gate, are there just guards in the same way as last time?
Yeah, so as you approach the south gate, the first thing you notice is there is a burly guy with a long hafted axe standing next to the gate. Behind him, you can see what appear to be makeshift stables.
Oh, okay.
And he's like leaning up against a post. When he sees you coming around the corner, he just stands up and then in Scald is like, "Who goes?"
Oh, I can understand this
Hi,
guy.
we were sent over by Draven so we can park our horses here.
Draven sent you.
Yeah, we just spoke with him.
You more of his friends from Cheliax?
No,
I did know he was from Cheliax, but he's the other gate guard. That's about all I know about him.
we're just here to speak to Brengyr, and he said we could park our horses here.
He didn't want us to move through the
Camp. Yeah.
camp with our horses. Cleanliness is...
Makes enough sense to me. Come on in.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
I wink at him.
I see what you're doing. You're getting on everybody's good side.
You would be correct.
Okay.
It's good to be on everybody's good side.
Are those stairs?
It's a watchtower.
There are.
Oh.
What's everybody's perception bonus?
12.
13.
Same.
11.
12.
Everybody's so much better than me.
Okay, so all of you notice that there is on the watchtower, there's a woman holding a bow with an arrow like half knocked, just watching you.
I wave.
I wink at her.
We have such a flirtatious party today.
Zephyr, she just like locks steely eyes with you and just kind of like half draws the arrow a little bit and then relaxes the bow again.
I smile a little wider, and then wink again with the other eye.
As you
Then I wink with both eyes. I blink.
as the rest of you are approaching the stable, there is a bearded buff guy there, and he's like feeding some oats to one of the horses as you approach, and he's just like, "New recruits, eh?"
Not necessarily. We were just told to put our horses here for now.
Well, I suppose we've got a little bit of space. Won't be able to stable them overnight too comfortably, but if you're just stopping by.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we'll stay here all that long.
Right, we've got some hitching posts here then. You can just get them comfortable.
Thank you. Everyone's so nice here.
Now, whenever we get a little bit farther away from earshot, I'm going to be like, okay, now don't mention Draven to the big boss. You'll get him in trouble if we leave here peacefully.
What? But if he did something he wasn't supposed to do, then it wouldn't...
Val, do what he says.
All right. Fine.
We're not here to bring justice to anybody, specifically. Sometimes you have to get your hands a little dirty when you're dealing with dirty people.
As you all are getting your horses hitched and set up in the stables, I'll give you a little bit of a description of what this camp looks like around you. You can tell that it's not exactly bankrolled. The tents are all kind of mismatched, more like everybody brought their own tent than they were provided by the establishment. On your right side, so on the eastern side of the camp, there's a ring of a bunch of tents and a larger tent. Similarly, a smaller ring on the west side. And then all the way on the north side, there actually are a set of matching scarlet cloth tents. There's a tent on the west side that seems to have some storage, and a tent on the east side that is closed. You're not able to see what's inside of it. And in the center is one very large tent that if any of you had spent any time in military, you would recognize as like a captain's tent. Underneath, there's like, how do I describe this? There's one like rectangular side and then like a canopy roof that stretches out over the front of it. And inside you see a trio of figures bent over a large table. Presumably, one of these is Brengyr. Last but not least, on the western side of the encampment, there are two figures who are on the ground kneeling, their hands tied behind them and tied to a post.
Do we recognize these people?
You do not. One of them looks like it's like half shark, and the other is like half orc.
Ooh, cool. I love it.
And this is just to jog my memory. Are the Chilaxians you mentioned last episode or session, are they the ones, I'm presuming the Hellhounds, or are there civilian ones as well?
From what you've heard from the locals who were saying that there were Chilaxians in the area, and now that you've seen some members of the Hellhounds, you feel pretty comfortable assuming that the Chilaxians referred to are the Hellhounds.
Okay.
Did the town mention that it was both the wolves and the Chilaxians that were harassing them, or was it only one or the other?
Yes, they were working together. Well, taking shifts more like. They haven't seen them at the same time.
Gotcha. So it's been both.
So Val's gonna just move up to the tent, the big captain's tent.
And is anybody going with her? Is anybody hanging back?
Yeah.
Following Val.
We're following.
All right. Val, as you reach the edge of that canopy, then the figure in the center of the tent, leaning over the table, just like looks up. Just doesn't change his posture at all, just turns his head and looks up. And what do you want?
We're here to discuss the things that you are doing. We're here to discuss the army you're building and the raiding you're doing. And the Aridstons.
Gorham bless us. Who let you in?
Is this all in Skald?
Yes.
I was told not to tell you.
If everyone
Howard
could
is
see
just-
Jenkins' face.
Pinching the bridge of his nose like, oh my goodness.
Einar's kind of standing in the back, just looking at all of you, and he has this both this bemused look on his face and also, like, looking at you. This is usually worked out.
So, to give you all a bit of a picture of what this guy looks like, he is almost as tall as Einar.
Ooh.
He's got very expensive-looking scale armor, and on either side of his belt is fastened a sword in a scabbard. And on top of his armor and coming over his head is like a cloak made out of a wolf skin with a preserved upper half of a wolf head serving as a hood.
Oh, that's stinking sweet.
Oh boy.
I love it.
He looks like he could instantly kill me.
I want it.
And if we were still casting people, he's played by Richard Armitage.
Oh
I don't know
boy.
who that is.
Need to look that up.
He
Hold
played
on.
Thorin in the Hobbit live action movies.
You were told not to say. Eirik, get these fools out of the camp.
Oh, bother.
No, hold on. We have some problems with the things you're doing, and we want to discuss it with you instead of anything brash happening.
And what makes you think I'm interested in wasting my time talking to concerned locals?
Oh, we're not local. We're just concerned.
This is going so well.
We've been deemed worthy by the gods to deal with this situation, so we have come here.
Howard's just gonna like start staring at you like, what?
I'm here, and you know.
The bemused look continues to grow on Einar's face.
Zafir perks up and he says, I get where you're going, and you're being very respectful. We're gonna lay it all out there. We do need to talk. Like, this isn't a huge, like, the gods are sending us on a journey thing, you know.
Well, I mean, I feel like I've been sent on a journey.
I mean, we can talk about that
Brengyr
later.
suddenly just slams his fist down on the table and then turns away from it to face all of you. Do any of you have a valid reason to be interrupting my very precious time?
Yeah, what you're doing is bad. We've already stopped some other Eridsons, and we're here to put a stop to what you're doing, too.
Interesting. And you think that the best way to put a stop to what I'm doing is to confront me here in the middle of my camp, surrounded by my finest warriors?
It seemed like the most honorable and respectful way to approach this situation to you.
Most suicidal.
Brengyr, overhears Neros and just kind of nods in her direction briefly.
The idea.
You said you're a leader, you're a strong leader, so I imagine that means you have some level of understanding of respect and honor.
He nods.
What would you prefer us to do? Just sneak in and start killing you all while you're asleep? That's not very honorable. We're here to talk to you, to allow you opportunities.
A true leader knows when he is outmatched. A lesson I'm sure that you have not yet learned.
I have a good idea how strong we are. The three fellows outside of camp didn't hold very well.
In reference to your respect and honor, I will give you all the courtesy of allowing you to leave. And he turns back to the table.
But we have more to talk about. I mean,
This guy's really rude.
Brengyr. You're right, they have a lot to learn. Not all of them.
No, I'm just sitting here like, Alward asks specifically Einar what to do. Einar, I don't know, nor do I care. Einar, they have a lot to learn.
I don't know about you, but I learned through
I
experience.
have reasons.
I'm sure you do, but it's just very funny.
What I know, and what I've learned, is that the Eridson's plan cannot be allowed to continue. The raids on that town cannot be allowed to continue. And whether or not we're unmatched, as he walks up behind Val and stands next to her, has yet to be determined. So, do we continue this discussion or not?
I just want to know if I can get a vibe check on him, like a recall knowledge, know his level, know what's up, while they're having this conversation. I don't know if that's against the rules or whatever, but I figured I'd ask.
Make a society check.
Yay!
Ooh, society check out a specific, unique person.
I want to make the argument that I can do so as well, due to
Roll that skill you're thinking of, Einar.
So I rolled. I got a nat 1. I used my ability to rewind time. I got a 19, making this a 39.
gosh.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
gonna not say what I got, which was it's 14, but
Okay, so a few things are going to happen. First off, we're going to follow through that first timeline where you rolled a nat 1. Alward, as this conversation is going on, in this one branch of the timeline, you are watching Brengyr and just kind of sizing him up, trying to figure out his deal, what's going on, but you are very distracted by what appears to be like some sort of like a wolfish canine figure that's like stalking around the corner of the tent behind him. And at first you're thinking like maybe this is a camp dog or something, but then as it rounds the corner, you realize it's not like anything you have ever seen before.
Oh no.
There's like fronds coming off of it, kind of like porcupine quills, but they're like moving in an unseen breeze. It's got 6 legs that end in uncountable numbers of claws and toes. And as it rounds behind Brengyr, everyone else turns to see it and begins screaming as it lunges at Alward. And that's where that timeline breaks off.
Woof.
In the timeline where you rolled a 19 on the die, you're able to get a pretty good read on Brengyr.
How many deaths does Alward have to live through?
7.
7. Okay.
Does anybody else know that happened?
Everybody
I think
in the normal
Neros is
party
the only one.
and Einar, because
Neros and
Einar
Einar.
hasn't experienced it enough to just passively. But Neros, if you want to make a will save.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. please fail again, because it would be
That would,
hilarious.
I desperately
it
want
would
you
be
to fail.
so funny. That would be a 19.
It's a fail.
Yes! I've never been so happy to fail a will save.
Oh, that's good.
I have something I want to do, but I don't know if Alward wants to react to what he saw first.
I think Alward's reaction is just going to be like start sweating and get like a little nervous and shaking a bit, but he's trying to hold composure because this is already a tense situation.
Where are you?
I'm behind you. Not like directly, but I'm technically right behind Val. Also, how does Val and Zephyr react?
Val is trying very hard not to react right now.
That's fair.
Zephyr's eyes just get really wide, and he looks at Alward, and then he, his eyes get
Do
not
any
wide.
any of them notice that?
None of them seem to notice it.
Okay.
So, Alward, despite you being a little bit shaken, you are able to piece together some information on a critical success. Recalling knowledge against this guy. So you know that he is a level 9. You have actually, now that you're piecing things together from what you've seen of him, you realize that some rumors that you've heard around town from like traveling and in Joel and stuff, you're realizing, oh, they were talking about Brengyr. You hadn't put it together before, but you know now. So one thing you know is his dual-wielding swords are both enchanted. His right-hand sword has a flaming rune, and his left-hand sword has a cold rune.
That's so sick.
Nice.
That's terrifying for us, but that's so sick.
And you get 2 questions.
I have resistance to cold and slashing damage.
Should I just ask for class, or does that feel
I assume
gross?
he's a barbarian, but I think
That's
that's
what
a
I
fair
assumed as
question
well,
to
yeah.
ask.
Yeah, what's his class?
Barbarian.
Okay, yeah.
Oh
Barbarian.
no.
The last time most of this party fought a barbarian and Abby was in the room, it did not go well.
Wait, what?
Just in case.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
whenever I sat in and everyone
Mhm.
TPK'd?
Yeah.
I'm bad luck, apparently, for barbarian fights.
You said he had 2 questions?
I'm gonna ask resistances.
No resistances.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Einar glances back briefly, specifically at Alward, with a very concerned look. Then he turns around.
And in the brief pause where you're all kind of taken aback for a second, Brengyr just... and an arrow just whistles out from behind you and buries itself in the ground next in between Val's feet and Einar's feet. And that woman standing on the watchtower from before knocks another arrow. And Brengyr says, "Have I not made it clear you are not welcome here?"
Neither are you. Sort of with her arm grabbing her glaive. We're not going to leave or be intimidated. If you are supposed to be the strongest one here, by the Lady of Graves and by the Eternal Rose, I'd like to issue you a challenge of combat.
There's just a pause, and during this pause is where Einar turns around.
Einar looks at Brengyr and just sighs and pulls his shield around.
And everybody else is just kind of holding their breath and quiet.
By Gorham's rights, you must face me, or be seen as a coward amongst your god.
Brengyr straightens up and doesn't turn to you yet, but he's not hunched over the table anymore. "I will give you one last chance, young lady, to rescind your challenge or face me on the field of battle."
I am a champion of redemption. I offer you a chance to surrender and give up this foolish pursuit.
Alward's going to like tap Val on the shoulder. He's like, Val, he can probably kill you in like 2 blows.
I know. I made this plan. It's my responsibility here. I trust in the gods.
"Then let it be seen that Brengyr Eirdson
is truly a rightful heir to the power of King Aerid. And he draws his 2 swords. Let us step outside the camp so there is plenty of room for the battle.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
I'm gonna die.
All right, so the hero point for this episode goes to Sam for kind of leading the charge in this diplomatic approach and for taking the story in an interesting direction.
I tried my best.
You failed. Successfully?
No,
Task failed
it
successful.
was interesting.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting.
Well, thanks for this. Yeah. It's a good thing I have backup characters in mind. This is gonna suck, or be really awesome. Hopefully, it'll be great. You know what? This is gonna be great, no matter what happens. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I got wings on my feet. All right.
Gonna cry.
Yeah. Bye.
And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Oh, no.
This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. Pathfinder, Galarian, and the Lost Omens world setting are copyright of Paizo. More information at paizo.com. Music in the show is from Monument Studios' collection, as well as assorted artists, with some original tracks composed by Jordy Hake. More details in the description. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.
I want to scream.